Agent Rudiger is back. Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got another Chelsea news video, the second of the day. If you haven't already seen earlier's one, it was on the big bad beast, Frank Kessie, the Ivorian. Could Chelsea do a swap deal with Frank Kessie or with AC Milan for Frank Kessie, including Fikayo Tomori? Go and check out my video if you haven't already seen it. And anyway, let's get into today's story. We've got a few actually today. Today's a little bit more stories, but I still think I'll keep it 5-6 minutes just because it's a little bit shorter, a little bit more snappy, and just more of an update rather than a whole news video. So if you don't already know, back in the summer transfer window, when Chelsea were trying to sign Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, both German players, both looked like they would be brilliant for Chelsea if we were to sign them, which hasn't gone down brilliantly. But anyway, Antonio Rudiger, another fellow German who plays with them in the German first team under, is it still Joachim Löw? I don't know. Anyway, Rudiger was acting as almost like a third-party agent, enticing Timo Werner and Kai Havertz to the Premier League and play for Chelsea, represent the Blues. He was just like recommending it, like, yeah, Chelsea are a great team, we're a great team, we love each other, yeah, it's such a great place, it's such a great place, you should come and join us. And lo and behold, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz both took Antonio Rudiger's word and have both signed for Chelsea. Timo Werner's starting to find his feet in the Premier League. Kai Havertz still out with a bit of an injury. Hopefully he can come back with a bang though and start scoring and assisting. Anyway, these are just jokes flying around. Agent Rudiger, he's not an agent, he's obviously a professional football player. And in a interview with Christian Falk of Bild, he spoke about Chelsea potentially being linked to German players Niklas Süle, Jerome Boateng, and I know he's not German, but David Alaba, 3 Bayern Munich players. And Rudiger said he'd be happy to speak to any of them. He should just take over instead of Marina Granovskaya. If he can pull this one off, then I think we just one off Marina Granovskaya, bring in Antonio Rudiger as our head transfer geezer. He's brilliant. He's not good on the pitch. All he can do is score own goals. But we should keep him at the club as a transfer. And actually, Rudiger did say that he'd be happy to speak to any of them. And he said that he's already been in contact with David Alaba to potentially entice him to the Premier League and play for Chelsea. I think what he probably said was that we play the 3 at the back formation, you're probably best as a left centre back, and our system would suit you very nicely, playing as an overlapping left centre back, just like Azpilicueta does at the right hand side. We have Rudiger on that left hand side, and it's just not the same. He can't go forwards and he can't come back if he does go forwards. So if we had Alaba there instead, or Ethan Ampadu, who's been on loan playing as that left centre back for Sheffield United this season. I'll show you a quick diagram of Ethan Ampadu at Sheffield United here. Yeah, I think that he could come into the first team next season, try and push his way into the back 3. If we do stay with the back 3, I think we may potentially move to a back 4, go a bit more attacking for next season, a new start, everybody's on 0 points, everyone's equal, and hopefully just play a little bit more of attacking football rather than just keeping possession and just shutting up shop. So if Rudiger does manage to pull this one off, David Alaba joins Chelsea due to agent Rudiger's negotiations, then fair enough, Rudiger. I will forgive you for that own goal you scored. Actually, I'll never forgive you for that own goal you scored. What were you doing? Okay, so now on to the second story today. As we all know, playing against Newcastle the other day, Jamal Lascelles, is his name Jamal? Or his surname's definitely Lascelles, took out Tammy Abraham. He just went sliding in. I think it was a bit of a rash challenge. I've looked at it quite a few times. He didn't get the ball. He just didn't get the ball. But like Gary Neville said presenting at half-time, Tammy Abraham did put his leg out to try and win the foul, which is simulation, but it's a foul. And it should have been a penalty, personally. But Tammy Abraham came off the worst one. He rolled his ankle backwards. It's horrible to see that. I know the pain you're going through. I did that same thing 6 times over lockdown. Anyway, he seems to be okay, and although Tuchel doesn't know the extent of the injury, it seems that he should be back sooner rather than later, and he's not going to be sidelined for a lengthy amount of time. Like I said, we have no way of telling just yet, but hopefully it's only going to be a few weeks rather than months. We all saw what Ben Chilwell did. I think it was definitely the game before we played Arsenal, because me and my Arsenal friend are talking about no Reece James and no Ben Chilwell for that Arsenal game. And that's obviously the reason why we lost on Boxing Day. But anyway, we saw what Ben Chilwell did. He did the exact same thing, rolled his ankle backwards, and he recovered in about a week. And lastly, I'd like to say congratulations to Bayern Munich for signing one of the future centre-halves in world football. Now, I was disappointed. I'm sure a lot of Chelsea fans were disappointed when we found out the news that Bayern Munich had agreed to pay the release clause of Upamecano, Dayot Upamecano, the French beast, as centre-half. He's 22 years old, playing for RB Leipzig. He's been so solid, and he's an ice-cold centre-back, really. He's brilliant. However, I watched the Liverpool game last night, and he wasn't so good. And fans are agreeing with me. People are saying that we really dodged a bullet not signing Upamecano. And as much as I was disappointed, I'm kind of glad after seeing that performance against a Premier League side. He's no better than Kurt Zuma, Andreas Christensen. I'm sure he's no better than Tammy Abraham at centre-back. Now, I don't want him to get any hate, and I know he's deep down a great centre-half. But I think it's weird that plays against a Premier League side as an absolute stinker of a game. So maybe we did dodge a bullet not signing Dayot Upamecano. I know now I've said this, he's going to prove me wrong and probably go on to be one of the best ever centre-halves. So at least I said it now. At least in 5 years' time, you can't come back to me and say, what you doing? £40 million, that's a bargain for an £800 million centre-half. Duh. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here, so don't miss out on every single Chelsea news video. I'm trying to upload at least one Chelsea news or Chelsea linked video a day. And if you subscribe, then you get notified every time I do upload. So make sure you do that. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.